Welcome back. So we're going to take a look at plan A and B together because the following steps are the same for both A and B. The only difference, like I said before, was one is coffee, tea, bubble tea, ice cream, and then B is alcohol and some finger foods, hors d'oeuvres. Yeah, so basically it's the same thing. So the rest of the steps are basically the same thing. So let's move on. So what do we have here? We have planning the meet. So A and B is basically the same at this point. It is better to meet someone for the first time in the middle of the week. That's why I chose or recommended Wednesday, Thursday, Friday because it's kind of like in the middle of the week. You have Monday, Tuesday at one end and Saturday, Sunday on the other end. So it's best to meet them in the middle of the week, especially it's the first time you're meeting them. So if things go well, you can have the weekend for the first date. So that's planning ahead. And some people, tend to be more busy at the beginning of the week and more free towards the end of the week, which is the work week. I'm saying, not the weekend. So maybe they're busy on Monday and Tuesday, and then they're like, they're not so busy on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So on the day of the initial meeting, we want you to have things go as smooth as possible. So let's talk about it. That's why I'm going to give you a step-by-step, guide basically. That's why all these videos I'm doing as a labor of love because it's very important that you know what to do step by step. So, what is one? Okay, let's take a look at this. You want it to go smoothly. You should text each other throughout the day to keep in touch, but not just on that day, right? Not just on the day off, but also every now and then. When you start talking to someone, you want to talk to them more and more if they're interesting, and that's why you want to meet them because you want to save time and talk about a lot of things without having to call them or text them or other ways. You want to actually see them face to face. So throughout the days you've known him or her, you should text each other regularly if you're interested. If not, then you don't even need to meet. But if you're interested in each other, you should be texting or trying to contact each other at some point. It could be Facebook, it could be WhatsApp, it could be any of the other social media networks. It could even be LinkedIn for all intents and purposes. So text them throughout the day, every now and then. See, the thing is, girls tend to cancel if they don't feel safe, and guys sometimes something else comes up. If there's if they score tickets to the game, whether it's a baseball game, a basketball game, or soccer, or the football game, even a cricket game, I guess they will cancel because they're like, oh, this is actually better than a date, or it's not. And the thing is, not even a date, right? It's just a meetup. So girls and guys can cancel, and at any time you can cancel because it is a free world. So just let the other person know if you're not going to go and you want to cancel. Just let the other person know. Don't just stand them up and not show up. It's very rude. So girls can cancel, guys can cancel, and usually girls cancel because they don't feel safe for one reason or another. And one reason is that they're not getting the text messages or the messages or the constant contact, right? They're not being contacted regularly, and they kind of like get to cold. They get cold feet. They feel cold, and the momentum is not there anymore, basically. So try to not text too much too often. So here I'm saying to the guys, like, don't text or message her too often. Don't stalk her. Don't do anything that is sketchy. But keep in touch, right? Okay, so events leading up to the meetup, right? So is this a separate? Yes, it is. It's going to be a separate. It's going to be a separate video. So I'm going to stop and end this here, and then next time we're going to start with events leading up to the meetup, right? So I'm going to take you step by step, and this is why I'm doing each video separately. Alright, get ready for the next one.